Keeping your team safe is always a top priority, but construction safety procedures are often messy, disjointed, and incomplete. Introducing eMod, the construction safety platform. Built by construction veterans, eMod better protects your team before danger comes their way and elevates safety where it matters most, the field. Here's how it works. When new workers join the team, make sure they understand your company's expectations, requirements, and procedures with our customizable online safety orientations. Out in the field, our pre-task planner makes it easy to plan and assign work based on current field conditions and coordination with other trades. With mobile access to your team's training certifications, you'll always assign qualified people to the right tasks and be able to submit and approve pre-task plans from anywhere. Throughout the day, eMod's Safety Audit allows anyone to identify hazards and quickly notify the right person, preventing accidents before they happen. Even when you're not on the job site, our web dashboard helps you keep tabs on safety and performance with real-time safety metrics, ensuring transparency across all jobs. Construction safety shouldn't just be a binder, a checklist, or an afterthought. Revolutionize your commitment to safety with eMod. Built for the field, by the field.
Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to yet another Fireside Chat. Fireside Chat number 12. Wow, we're already up to 12 of these. So, again, those that don't know who eMod is, go check them out. They are, and this live stream is sponsored by eMod. eMod is a platform that encompasses all the things that you need on a construction site to streamline the process. Your EHS documents, your superintendent checklists, everybody's checklists for pre-task plans, all of your encompassing onboarding, it goes via the platform. And it's easy especially if you have multi-sites, multiple plants that you can then hone in on getting eMod. So go check them out, emodsafety.com. Also in today's Fireside Chat, it is the Giving Back edition. So one way that eMod is giving back is they are honoring safety heroes, right? Everybody's a hero. Everybody is a safety hero, the ones that are going above and beyond. So if you want to nominate somebody, know somebody in the construction space, somebody in the construction field, go over to emodsafety.com, put your nomination in. It gives you a description of what the terms are, and you can nominate somebody. So how's everybody doing? I already see people in the chat. Safety FM said, look at that hoodie. Yes. Good afternoon, Jesus. Evening time-ish. Good evening, Josh. How are you, sir? Mr. Bell? Yes, sir, you are on. So I wanted to do this, and again, get this out of the way, and so that way everybody knows where we're streaming at. We are streaming across all the platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and on the radio station, safetyfm.live, safetyfm.com, and through the Safety FM app. So just that way everybody knows that wherever you want to find us at, wherever you want to share us at, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I wanted to get to, it being the first day of December, having 30 days left in this year. Kind of wanted to give a little bit back, in a sense and ask, how are we giving back going into the new year? How are we looking at certain things going into the new year? One of the things that, our family is doing is, doing a reverse Advent calendar. Each day in December, we're putting something in a box, non-perishable food item, so that way we can then go donate it to a food bank. And food banks right now are hurting. They definitely need volunteers. So that's another way you can possibly give back. And we'll go into that here in a little bit. But, my daughter's school, she's in, ROTC. So she is actually doing that as well. And again, because they get the last 2 weeks off of the year, they have to get everything ahead of time so that way they're able to go volunteer and go give their time to help and assist and give back to those in need. Y'all are blowing up the chat. Thanks, everybody. Everybody on LinkedIn is saying that good to see everybody, but not the host of the show. No, it's great. One of the biggest things to take away from this year is being able to give back and pay it forward as much as possible. I know that 2020 has been very challenging on most people. It's been a roller coaster of a year, but with that being said, it has been, there's silver lining in it. You see certain things. You've gotten to do a couple of things that maybe you weren't able to do. I know for me, being out of town all the time and then being in quarantine and just being able to spend more time with the family and hone in on those family, values that we want to instill in our young ones. That right there in itself gave, I gave back, and then the year gave back to me. Solomon, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Family giving back tradition is to sponsor the less fortunate for Christmas. And that's another one, Josh, and I'm glad that you touched on that because, a lot of families, have been displaced because of COVID, have been displaced because of layoffs and stuff that has gone. So being able to, sponsor a family for Christmas, being able to sponsor somebody, that goes a long way. It shows people that are in need that there is hope, right? There is people out there looking out for their best interests. There is people out there that are willing to lend a helping hand when possible. And again, I see this out of opinion, but I think the country as a whole, has suffered some loss somehow, some way, but to give back, what ways are we giving back? Like I said, the reverse Advent calendar, have you looked into I'm from Houston. So, the Houston Food Bank, they're taking volunteers 4 hours at a time. And again, everything is within, the COVID regulations and social distancing, but you spend time making these boxes, right, for 4 hours, and you're able to then, know that you're giving back, and these boxes are going to go to feed, the needy, feed the homeless, the people that are in dire need of it. Even so much as to getting some, it's getting colder and people need winter clothes. Being able to get those hoodies and scarves and jackets and, things of that, of necessity to be able to give back. It is such a great thing to do. And again, it's not that you can't do it. But how are you paying it forward? How are you giving back? Pay it forward should be how we live, period. I feel that, Donald. Greatly appreciate that comment right there. And Solomon agreed. Again, you got to pay it forward. We've all had, and I say this for me, but, I think everybody's been through, some type of, trial, tribulation in their lives and paying it forward. I'm a firm believer of putting out good karma out into the world, being able to, give those positive vibes, give back, because if you put out nothing but negativity, you're going to receive that tenfold, and the world just doesn't need that right now. Steve Bell said, our hunting ranch is giving all of our harvested deer and making it into jerky and deer sausage in order to give to a local homeless population. We harvested 5 so far and have 7 more tags to fill. The idea is that we make jerky and sausage so that they don't have to keep it refrigerated right away. And it's been very humbling for our deer hunting guides and guests. That definitely is awesome right there. And again, it serves a great purpose. Thanks, Jamal, looking all gangster with the hoodie and stuff. Great to see you, brother. Jesus said we're sorting through our blankets, clothing, and shoes, and we plan to donate them. And again, those that have young ones, like I have, 4 daughters, and they are constantly growing, getting taller, and some of the stuff that they don't use, some of the stuff that is, not, no longer fits them, and obviously in good condition. We're not going to give anything that's ripped or really, really damaged, but, donating those because, the food banks and the shelters that are around our city definitely need those types of things. And even in your guys' city, wherever you guys are from, reach out to those shelters and see how they might benefit or how they might need that help. And then you start asking around, get a community going of hey, on this Saturday, we're going to go through our blankets and clothes and we're going to go donate. And that could be, that can make somebody's day. That can make somebody's Christmas, believe it or not. And it, in a sense, it sucks to say that our society has gotten, Christmas wrapped up with gifts and, what am I getting this year? Am I getting that new car? Am I going to get, those new pair of shoes? Versus actually spending it with family and giving back as much as possible. Donald said, a humble life of service is what we do. It should be a natural thing. We are people as safety professionals that should generally care about others. That concept should be easy. I agree. Jamal Marshall is here. Hell yeah. Free 99 squad. My man, Josh Becker. I love it. What's going on, Shane? The folks in Honduras need relief. I have a couple of guys coordinating efforts to get clothes and such to them. They don't want the government in Honduras involved. Man, it's not just here in the United States. It's everywhere. It's a global thing. Jamal said, I got tons of clothes and shoes that need to be given away. Thanks for lighting the fire, bro. And it's not lighting the fire. It's just community, building that community. And we tend to get focused on, the bad stuff. Like, your message earlier, Jamal, about, the algorithm shaking up things. So what, and the one yesterday about the trolls, they're going to troll you. Trolls are going to be trolls regardless. But if your light shines bright and you're able to pay it forward and build your community, your tribe, your brand, by putting out good vibes, putting out that good message and free 99, then it makes it all worth it because you're making a positive impact on somebody's life. And that's why I like using the hashtag haters to likers. You're going to turn a hater that's going to constantly hate on you into a liker eventually. Josh Becker, my bro, good to see you. Donald Kramer, no link. These guys used to work for me. Javier Diaz, Wilson Posas are my connection, and Alan Wofford. Man, Alan. No, and again, it's a community thing to give back, being able to give back. Like Jamal said, that's what we're here for. And again, we do this as a community. We talk, we interact, we make these connections, and the way that these connections come about and are able to go out into the world. Hey, and all it takes is one person, bringing up or sparking a conversation. And now, look, we're talking about, giving back to the people in Honduras that need help. Because they were hit pretty bad with and have been displaced with that big hurricane that went through there. Donald Kramer said, "Cool, Shane, thanks." So yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things. One of the other things I was looking at, the wife had sent me something. Encourage employees to volunteer. If you're working for your company, getting your employees involved. If you're a CEO, if you're a COO and you're watching this, or you come back and you see this, get them involved. Get them involved, because that shows that you do care and you understand that being a volunteer and paying it forward is going to help you. It's going to assist you in bringing positive vibes to your company. And not only that, that's a time to bond, team build, and I say team build very, very lightly, because team building isn't just, oh, I'm going to go volunteer and, for the company and that's it. You actually have to, want to do it. You have to have a fire drive that wants to give back. So there's participating in fundraisers and charity events. One of my good friends that I used to work with, Clarence Watkins, shout out Clarence. He's part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Virginia, and he does fundraisers and charity events all the time. And that right there, like he is fixing to go on a big hike. He just had knee replacements. And this goes to show he had knee replacements in both knees, and he's still going to go on this walk to raise money to give children a Christmas. Like that right there just is great. Shane said, I had a rough day today with personal stuff. Just stopped by to say hello. Going to jump off here and try to get some rest. Here if anyone needs. Might not be able to offer much, but I'll try. Hey, we're here for you, brother. If you need anybody to talk to, we got your back. So again, get some rest, brother, and we'll talk to you later. Jesus said, my colleague is planning to ring that bell for the Salvation Army. Nice. Jamal said, God bless to Shane. And see that right there, just, again, the togetherness that we have on being able to give back. One of the things that I try to do, and again, this year kind of put a damper on that, is take the kids to an actual, like a food bank shelter to, serve Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. So that way, again, it's not about what's up underneath the tree. It's not how many gifts that I get. Oh, I got more than you. It's about giving back to your community, giving back and putting a smile on somebody's face. So, and I didn't mean to make it sappy, but again, it's something that comes from the heart and is very dear to me, to give back. Always here for you, Shane, Josh said. And the if you can, go to your local grocery store and get a gift card, a food gift card to that grocery store, right? And go drop it off at the nearest fire department, because those guys are on call. Guys and gals are on call 24/7, right? They work in shifts, and they make food just like we do. They have their own kitchen set up. So, again, paying it forward, they are always on call, and they're going to be there when you call them, when you need them. That's one of those things that you can do. Also, a lot of grocery stores I know have already the prepackaged, buy a meal, donate a meal with your purchase of groceries. Go in the grocery store and do that. If you're picking up food from a restaurant, and if you have the ability to do it, leave those waitresses, waiters, hostesses, a little bigger tip than normal. Again, like I said, if you're able to do it, because when the pandemic hit, everything was shut down. they're still trying to get back on their feet. They're still trying to, account for all the time lost, all the wages lost. So if you're able to, again, just pay it forward just a little bit, try to make it to where you brighten up their day, right? Me and my wife have always had a tradition. Like we would go out with the kids and go have a dinner somewhere. And, whoever our waiter or waitress was, especially around the holidays, we would end up leaving like, $100 tip, granted, there was times where we didn't have it. And we knew that, but we tipped as much as we possibly could. But them seeing that, I remember there was this one Christmas that we ended up going to, and it wasn't actually on Christmas, but in the Christmas holiday, it was to Buffalo Wild Wings. There was this one waiter that we knew. His name was Chris. Shout out Chris if you know who you are. If you're watching this or you get to watch this, shout out, brother. But he was real cool. His customer service was on point, and what we ended up doing one year, again, we gave him that $100 tip. Right before we left, you could hear him from across the restaurant yell, "Woohoo!" Right? He was excited, and he came over to us and he's like, "Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but this is going to help my son get what he's been asking for." And it's the little things, right? My wife said to see the joy when you go out to eat on Christmas Eve, and we give the waiter or waitress $100 tip. It's amazing to see how they feel when they see it. It was Christmas Eve when Chris and his son had just passed away. We didn't even know that it has changed his day. Yeah, and it was crazy once we found that news out. That his son had just passed away, and then he was moving back to Louisiana. Yeah, it was crazy, but shout out to my wife being in the chat. Love it. Love seeing her when she's on here. But no, it's definitely one of those big things that is dear if you can right now to pay it forward, to give back as much as possible. Putting the good vibes and putting all that out into the world right now, it's much needed. And again, 2021 is right around the corner. Again, like I said, we have 30 more days left of this year, right? What is to bring? What good vibes are you going to put out into the world right now to help you bring in 2021, right? And again, everybody's situation is different. And I'm speaking with, in my own personal experiences and opinions. So it's good. It feels good when you can give back, when you can put a smile on somebody's face. Josh Becker said, "Giving without expecting anything in return is the essence of the season." Amen. That right there, golden. Without expecting anything in return. So before we keep going forward, I got a little something extra for you guys. So sit back, relax, and just take a peek.
Year after year after year, I hear people tell me that they do not want to pay large subscription fees or for memberships to be able to get access to content related to safety. So me and my friends here at Safety FM have come up with an idea called Safety FM Plus. This is a video streaming service that allows you to have some downloadable document content available readily wherever you are. You can go to the website safetyfmplus.com or go to the Apple Store app and download it for your iPhone, iPad, or even Apple TV. It's also available on Android and Android TV, Roku, and Fire TV. We want to be wherever you are. So to get you started, you can come to the website or download the apps as we just discussed. The other great portion about this is that if you sign up right now at safetyfmplus.com, you will get a downloadable version of Simple Revolutionary Acts. the first book by Dr. Todd Conklin as part of your membership to get into this. So go right now to safetyfmplus.com to find out more information. That is safetyfmplus.com.
Join the revolution.
And we're back. So, again, it's one of those things that times are changing. You got to stay up to speed with the times, and it definitely Safety FM. Thank you for sharing with the X Factor Safety Crew. Not a problem. Safety FM, Dr. J Allen. In the Safety FM Plus, it's one of those things where you're able to, go there just like you would stream on Netflix, just like you would stream Disney Plus. It's going to have content there from different creators, of the Safety FM network. And, you'll also be able to have the downloadable content. You have, the actual video, because, again, it's going to be video just like all the other streaming services. But you'll actually be able to download, somebody's slide deck, presentation deck. And there's some things on there. So go check it out. safetyfmplus.com. Go check out the website. Scroll it. If you want to sign up, let them know that Pedro Marcel sent you over from the X Factor Safety. So, but no, I mean, getting back to our discussion of giving back, and again, it's one of those things that 'tis the season. It's the first of the it's the 1st of December, right? We have 30 more days. We're ready to get 2020 over and done with. But while we're still here in 2020, let's make sure that we make a good impact moving forward into 2021. Let's make sure that we're laying that path and lighting that path to greatness with good deeds and good service, right? Being that good servant leader, even with your crews. Like, what are you doing to motivate and inspire your crews? How are you giving back to your crew members, to your, employees? That's one of the big things that, CEOs, you have a Christmas party. Some people have Christmas bonuses, that type of stuff. How is that going to look this year? Right? How is it going to, be different? Obviously, not going to have a Christmas party. How are we giving back to our employees during the season? That's all I'm going to say. Great video. Thank you, sir. Matt Lawrence. Trying to give back a little extra this year. The COVID thing has hit some people hard. I'm blessed to have a great nuke outage season this year. No, and again, working in the outages in the nuclear plants, that's crazy work, hard work. And luckily, Matt, again, being one of the tradesmen that I had the pleasure of working with, it gets hectic. But luckily you were fortunate to have, like you said, that outage season. Some people weren't that fortunate. Some people did get furloughed. Some small businesses had to shut their doors because of what happened. Now that they're, they see a little bit of light, how are we paying it forward? How are we getting those people's spirits up to be able to, help them into 2021, so that way they can reach success, so that way they can be all that they can be. So with that being said, let me know in the chat, if you want to call up and give a little piece of you. I'll throw the X Factor hotline on there. Y'all can call that number right there. You go live if you wanted to. And again, we're sitting at 31 past the hour. We're streaming on all the social media platforms, safetyfm.com, safetyfm.live, and the Safety FM app over on the radio station, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all the good stuff. Wherever you scroll on your phone or you browse on your computer, you can find us. So, I mean, it's been really, really phenomenal being able to bring you these fireside chats and chat with you guys and gals. Don't forget that come Thursday, right, December the 3rd, me, the X Factor of Safety, and Tiffany Castaño, Sefer LLC, we are having the virtual happy hour from 7 to 8. So, again, check our post. I think she'll be posting sometime here in the near future, as will I, along with the link, so that way you can gain access to that. Come chill out, chat, decompress after a long week. I want to hear about your Thanksgiving stories. What happened, what transpired. Was it good? Was it bad? Did you burn the turkey? Those types of things. It's going to be a mingle and network type deal. So, well, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Got to get ready for tomorrow. Appreciate it, Solomon. I greatly appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a wonderful evening. So, and again, the virtual happy hours and doing this virtually and via computer and Zoom meetings and Teams and, Skype for business and all that good stuff. It's, you've had to adapt. So even with that, how are you giving back in these types of settings? My wife said, find your local churches, help adopt a family. We've been so blessed to allow our children to shop for other children and, able to teach them a lesson about giving. It's a great thing. Safety FM said we were doing a servant leadership class next week. It is a pay it forward style class. More info at safetyfm.io. There you go. Take care, friends. Stay safe. Good to see you again, Mr. Josh. Greatly appreciate it. And that right there, just finding, local churches to help adopt a family and then being able to, teach the kids the value of giving back and giving, versus receiving, because it's not all about receiving. It's definitely about giving. So I cannot stress that enough. Give, right? We tend to give out a lot of stuff here, a lot of knowledge, a lot of, know-how, good comments, especially coming in. It's all free. It's free 99. Pay it forward. Give it to somebody. Jesus said this pandemic has been tough on many professionals. Many are burnt out or have a hard time managing their mental health. You can give back by offering your shoulder to cry on or just lend an ear. Just being there for them goes a long way. You hit the nail right on the head, Jesus. That is one of the biggest things that 2020 has brought, is a lot of burnout, stress, and burnout. And people are, the mental health aspect have been, it's been, you've seen the uprise. So like you said, just being a shoulder to cry on, being somebody that listens, that right there will make somebody's day. All right. Steve L said amen to that. Donald said I'll be there. It's definitely a good thing to be that shoulder to cry on, be that person to, that you can vent, right? You're that person that they can come to and vent. Hey, I'm having this problem. I'm losing my shit. I can't take it no more. Hey, come sit down in my office. Come talk to me. Come, pick up the phone and call me. Shoot me a direct message and then we can chat, and then if you see people that are like that, might be getting burnt out, might start having that mental fatigue, reach out to them and ask them, hey, are you okay? Do you want to talk? Do you have something on your mind that you might want to talk about? How can I help you be successful? How can I help you get through, your trying times? And again, you might not have all the answers. You're probably not going to have all the answers, but you can be that person that opens up and says, I'm here for you if you need me. And that goes a long way. That makes a very, very big impact. So again, greatly appreciate everybody that's been on the chat. Again, I just wanted to come. It's the first day of December. we're getting ready to, hit Christmas, New Year's, and then on to 2021. Bigger and better things, a year for growth. This year, a lot of people have grown. But I think 2021, exponential growth. We're going to crush it out the park and whatever we're doing. So I greatly appreciate everybody that's tuned in over on the radio station, everybody that's tuned in here on all the platforms. So may you have a great rest of your evening. Remember, ask yourself that one question. What is your X factor? Until next time. See you later.